One day after receiving advice from Australia's Solicitor General, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese unveiled his report. It's found that his predecessor's decision to appoint himself covertly to 5 ministerial roles was legal, but failing to inform his cabinet, the parliament, the public and 4 ministers was inconsistent with how the country should be run.
The advice, though, is, I think, a very clear criticism and critique of the implications that are there for our democratic system of government.
During the pandemic, Scott Morrison swore himself in as Joint Minister for Health, Home Affairs, Finance, Treasury and Resources. The Governor-General oversaw the appointment, but he too didn't inform Parliament. That was cleared by the nation's top lawyer. Albanese says a wider inquiry is needed.
The inquiry will need to examine what happened and how it happened. It will also need to examine what the implications are for what occurred, over whether there are any legal issues that are raised.
Constitutional lawyers agree and say that Parliament needs to be informed of all ministerial appointments if democracy is to be upheld.
If we have secret ministers, as it seems we had, that's an affront to those principles and to those norms. That it frustrates the ability and prevents Parliament holding ministers accountable. If you don't know who the ministers are and which ministers are responsible for what, Parliament can't, that process of ministerial accountability to Parliament, it doesn't work.
Prime Minister Albanese has flagged the loophole that allows ministry appointments to be made without informing the public and has asked his department to make that a priority.
As for Scott Morrison, the former Prime Minister said it was in the national interest for him to take on the extra portfolios during the pandemic, an extraordinary and unprecedented time. And so far, he's refused to resign. Clarke, Al Jazeera, Brisbane, Australia.